Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are, all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra for the avoidance of doubt, and we are streaming live to Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Ukafo-Mefo. Mazi Uche Ukafo-Mefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And one day we will all understand the mindset behind those words. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the King of Afari Beku, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people for almost 60 years now. He is the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television, the one and the only man that commands the loyalty of the Biafran people across the globe. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I remain George Onyeibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. Delta State is Biafra land. Of course, I understand the enemies are not relenting, neither are we. Those of you on Simple app, you may not be able to hear me, but whatever the issue is, we are working on it. You can be rest assured we can only get better, because in this journey we understand that we wrestle against principalities, we wrestle against power, we wrestle against wicked spirit in the heavenly places, we wrestle against Yoruba, we wrestle against Hausa Fulani, we wrestle against saboteur as well as misguided fellas. We wrestle even against ourselves. But in the end, one thing is sure: Biafra or Biafra. Having said that, I will not proceed beyond that until I acknowledge the Creator, Chukwu Kikabiama, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man. Because in the end, he is the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. And so with confidence and assurance, we do what we do. Anyị na-aja mao n'ihi na ị mara mma ịhụnanya ị na-agị obiọma gị o juru anya dadị o inwe gị mgbanwe o ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị ebo Alpha na Omega anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o ise. And of course, always on this segment, our team remain back to your root. There are few things that have divine implication in our lives. And for a very long time, we have overlooked them, but not anymore. Today we are here in IPOB, Radio Biafra, and other numerous platforms to let our voice be heard across the globe. That they want to take over our land. They are killing us. Of course, we understand. But the target, or the reason, or the mindset behind killing us as a people is to take over our land. Because the moment they take your land, and then your culture is gone, your tradition is gone, then you never resisted. And I understand sometimes it is knowledge too hard for most of us to accept. But you don't have choice anyway, because in the end of the day, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. This is the month of May, if I may remind you. Millions of people were slaughtered. Biafrans, of course. The first genocide in African soil took place in Biafra land. This was an internal or indigenous genocide, if I will use that word. Nigerian killed us. Some of as 6 months without food, without water, without salt. They died slowly. They died painfully for a crime they didn't commit. Even without knowing why they die, yet they die. And that is why today we are not afraid. We are not afraid to confront death itself. When I die for him, I know right who I die for. When I lost for him, I know not who I lost for. When I met Biafra, I knew in that we have come to set her free. Now when I die for Biafra, I know why I died for Biafra. If I must lose for Biafra, I know why I must lose for Biafra. Because people who do not own the land of Biafra, they have rounded us up just to take that which does not belong to them. It's simple. Meanwhile, we are remembering the genocide of 1967 and 1970. They are bringing in another one. They are everywhere. But I say, Biafran, don't panic. No be today, Nyashi, they back. Don't panic. No be today we begin to see our man with Abada. It's not the first time. If they succeed, it will not be the last time. I will stop there. Like I said, our theme on this segment remains back to your roots. And of course, for the past 2 days, we've been looking at the topic that are entitled some of the things we need to know about the sanity and sanctity of our ancestors. And this is going to be the part 3. I took time yesterday to explain to you some of the principles that were put in place that enable our ancestors to be able to coordinate themselves, respect themselves. There were something they put in place. If we don't go back to put those things in place, you will be seeing idiots jumping up and down from one corner to another. And you begin to wonder, how can we bring about sanity in the Biafra nation? There are things they put in place. There are people who are busy. They are sharing passport already. Biafra has not come. We are making arrangement on how to share passport already. Biafra have not come. They are uniting you already in the area. But I will not talk to any of them. But we must understand they were principles that our father put in place. I understand it and I respect it. That is why, as a reverend that I am, I was not afraid to go to Abenokwabe. Because I know idiot will come out from every corner very soon. And they are not yet showed their face. If they have been to Abenokwabe, the one you call Arose, nobody will be misbehaving. Because Jesus will always forgive you. But if I say thunder will fire all of you, you must understand I'm very serious about it. But let me come back a little bit. There were things they put in place that enable everybody to respect itself. In our last study, we look at one. We say which doctor. They were doing their job. We say two, the diviners, astrologer, or any name you call them, the seer, the prophet, the prophetess, the Nazarian, they were there to do their job. Number three, we look at the elders council, and then we look at the custodians. These people were there to monitor the principle that govern the very fabric foundation of our existence. That is why everybody was in order. We must go back to our root. And of course, this evening we will look at the part 3 of this study. And we are going to look at the remaining aspects of this principle that was put in place that enable our ancestors to have a level of sanctity and sanity as well, that enable them to operate undefeatable, unconquerable, very stable. Having considered the first spiritual aspect, we We shall move ahead today to consider some of the physical aspects of this principle that enables our ancestors to bring about sanity and sanctity in our communities. In our modern day society, for instance, requests to restore Biafra among others, responsibility, most of our people, they used to play smart. For instance, we are looking at how to restore Biafra in a time like this where people are supposed to be disciplined, where people are supposed to be focused, where people are supposed to pay attention to what is at stake. A lot are playing smart. They are smart people. But our ancestors understand that there will always be men and women who want to play smart. They put certain things in place. And I want to pray to the Almighty Creator that He will give us the enablement. He will give us the grace to accept the truth, not just knowing the truth. Because there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. And I can assure you, many of us are not ready to walk the path. But this principle has spiritual aspect. We studied them in yesterday broadcast. And this evening, we're looking at the physical aspect of this principle. Number one, we have what is known as the youth wing in every community. They were saddled with the responsibility of protecting their community and the day-to-day activity of hygienic within the community. There are wings that were used. There are people or the youth during the days of our ancestors were used to deliver a very, very important job that brings about sanctity and sanity. The youth wing. In those days, where I come from, because when I say where I come from, you go and check your village as a Biafran, you will see that is the same thing they are doing there. And so the Abo where I come from, for instance, I come from a village. Though I was born in the town, but I go to the village, most especially during holiday. And when I go to the village, in the morning, I see the youth, they take their cutlass, their machetes, they move to the farm road. They will have to clear the road that link my community to the next community. I was still a child, so I will be following them. My own community will clear the grass till they get to a middle of the bush. The other community are doing the same thing down till they meet. They have boundary. The two communities will greet themselves and everybody will go back. These youth were saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that marketplaces are kept clean. These youth were saddled with the responsibility to make sure that everybody in the community were properly behaved. And these youth do not only protect the elders, but they protect the community. Back to your root. With the presence of this youth, it was not easy for anybody to invade the community and walk away with it. Today, most of these youth did not go to school because we still have them. Most of them don't have money. But they are playing a role that none of us cannot play. And so we neglect them. We undermine them. We underrate them. And what happened? They shrink back. I remember in those days when you go to the village, as a youth, there are certain things you will do. You will pay fine. I've not been to the village for some time, but I know that once I enter village, the first thing I will do is to go and meet the community leader so that they can charge me. Because they are going to say, how many years have you not been in the village? And I'm going to tell them. And they are going to ask me to pay money. And I'm going to pay the money. I'm not going to see them as some robber. Because they are the one who has been clearing the bush path. They are the one who has been watching over our society. They are the one who help our elders to do the needful If they were still active today in a modern day, they will not be Fulani running inside the bush, because they are also hunters, they are fishermen, most of them are farmers, and so every farmer almost automatically in my village is a hunter. But they are no longer there. Most of them are Nwafada now. Other majority of them are Yoruba church. On Saturdays, I want you to go to Yoruba churches. You will see all our youth who are supposed to be taking care of the village and our community. They are inside the church. I watch them one day and I weep. Our sisters, our mothers, on Saturday morning like this, all of them are inside the church. Am I saying it is bad? So when are you going to take care of your village? Misplaced priority. You do the church, you must do the village. Majority of our youth who engage in farming, all of them are in the town now, not because of just Fulani herdsmen preventing them from doing their normal farm job, but because we don't value them, but because we see them as if they are backward, because we see them as if they are useless, because even the very zoo itself does not make provision for ordinary farmer to have a market for his product. But I won't go into those areas. And so in those days, when you come into a community, like you see the case of Okpanam, the king of Okpanam bear testament, the indigenous of Okpanam bear testament that boy that was killed is a strong influence on the community. He's a community leader. He's a youth. For Fulani to come out and bring that boy down, you know he was overpowered. And you should know that that boy has done everything within his power to prevent the Fulanis from invading their land. Today, where are they? Where are they? Where are these cultures and tradition that gives our youth the sense of belonging, the need why they must protect our community? It is no longer there. The only thing that can come to their head, oh, we are going for church cleanup. Did I say it's bad? Don't worry, if what we are doing, God decide to back us, not to listen to us. Maybe in the next 50 years, we'll be going to claim mosque for Allah. Is it not how church started? Let us understand how these things are degenerating. According to our culture and tradition, those people were supposed to be there. But today, because of civilization, I can assure you that my village youth president is almost 97 years. My village youth president is older than my father. He's the same age with Buhari. All these things are deliberately part of the way our ancestors lived their life. Everybody was protected. We have destroyed it. If you look at why it is so, it is because a lot of things have been misplaced. Number 2, the mother wings, which were saddled with the responsibility on the upbringing of the female child, more especially, and that of the male child. The women were divided, or rather have a group that carry out a traditional responsibilities. Our mother have their own group, women meeting. Of course, in our leader's last broadcast, he talked about 2 wrapper. Our mothers don't use only 2 wrapper. From where I come from, we tie 2 wrapper. And that 2 wrapper is for family meeting. It is the family meeting I want to point out to. Because we have a wrapper known as Akwete. Akwadinane. That is what we call it, or Akwete. Akwete, our women tie it on their chest. It's for a special ceremony. Like burial. Like coronation. But when they are going to family meeting, you must tie 2 wrapper. There is a reason I'm bringing it up here. There is a community known as Akwete in Abia. The first time I got there, I saw they make the Akwete cloth. And I was like, so that Akwete we wear in Delta, this is where they make it. But of course, we still make it. That Akwete, that white cloth we tie. When my mother died during her burial, I noticed that everybody that was in that burial knew that I'm the first son. Everybody was coming to me to greet me on behalf of the family. And I called my junior sister and said, who is pointing me out? My junior sister said, brother, now your cloth now. And so for the first time, I understand those rappers, they have a role to play. As a man, I tie it and throw it on my shoulder. But that is not the area I'm talking about. For that rapper to be introduced, there is something known as family meeting. Our mothers were there 24 hours to bring about sanctity and sanity in our society. Because in those days, when they go to family meeting, they discuss issue. Mame Jime do like this, Mame Jime do like that, Mame Jime do like this. Women will sanction you. Women will punish you, give you punish if you are a bad wife. All those things brought about sanctity. They do meeting and talk about their daughters. They encourage their daughter to be the best mother. Of course, their son as well. But these days, the women meeting will have family meeting. In fact, the last one I know of about an abo is called Ekbusheme. The name should tell you what it stands for. Do you know their slogan? Onyeibe Okwariuku. The new generation women meeting we have in Abo, where I come from, the one I know last, there are so many of them now. Some of our village women meetings, Yoruba is there, Hausa is there. Go to Redeem Church, go to Winners Chapel, go and look at Yoruba women. They are the one tying to wrapper now. Our mothers that are in Deeper Life Bible Church now, they are the one dressing like a Yoruba woman. I want you to look at your mother as a Biafra going to Deeper Life. You will see your mother dressed like a Yoruba woman now. I want you to look at the Yoruba people inside the Yoruba church. They are the one tying to wrapper now. This thing we are telling you, in the next 10 years, if nothing is done, Yoruba will claim the two rapper. You people don't know what is happening. Let me not digress further. The last women meeting I know of Abo, their name is Ekbusheme. When they gather, they will be singing Ekbushe, Ekbusheme, Ekbushe, Ekbusheme. Of course, if you can listen, you will understand what they mean. Their slogan to greet, they will now holler, Onyeibe Okwariuku. For those of you who don't understand, it means if you kill your husband, you go carry the property. That is the women wing we have now in Biafra land, because we abandon the way of our ancestors. Today, if you see most women meeting, you will see kai, better kai, or the ego. Because to us, it doesn't matter any longer. But you were part of the people that brought about sanctity and sanity in our community. But most of you don't go now. It doesn't concern you. We go to church, it's okay. Did you not hear that Jesus went to marriage in Cana? Not wedding in Cana, marriage in Cana. And to our daughters, we were able to manage our women. We were able to take care of our female child. Because in the end, the woman is the owner of the house. That is one mystery most of us cannot comprehend. Law. And that is the second one. The third aspect there is the elders' council, who were virtually in charge of every decision making regarding day-to-day activity running of our community. We have the elders. The elders there are the people who sit down and decide. They talk about a lot of things. There are many reasons why we have New Yam Festival. It is not just to appreciate God for a bountiful harvest. It was also introduced to enable the children to come home. They know themselves. Elders introduce a lot of things that enable society to function. Elders will gather like this, they will see with the children, they will tell them story, test by moonlight. Elders will create principles that will foster unity among us. Those things are not there again. Let me tell you some of the things elders do that are no longer functional this day. When you go to a family house, they will bring a train. They will cook rice, pour inside the train. All of you will run the train. It was fun in those days. I tell you, all of us who ate together in one plate, we can never separate. But today, I can assure you, more than 90% home of Biafrans, first son and second son don't even eat in the same plate. Because you cannot tolerate their fight. It's natural. You must make them understand the benefit of fighting and the ability to fight maturely. I fight very well. Anything you can fight, I fight them. But I never fight to win. I fight so that all of us will win. I do not fight to win any Biafran person. That is the beginning of my failure. I will fight you so that both of us will win. You will know the truth, I will know the truth. Whether you agree or you don't agree, you will know the truth. I leave you with that conscience. I fight very well. I was not trained to shy away from problem. My elders trained us to confront that problem. That thing that want to happen tomorrow, let it happen today, let us see. These were the work of our elders. If you have not grown with elder, close to elder, you are those people that when Awusa bring that knife, he say, he has started, don't choke me, don't choke me. Thunder the fire Awusa full and you won't show me knife. Go to get size. Because your orientation, your mindset. I want you to look at Awusa Fulani that I see some of our people on Facebook. Small Awusa boy that is about 13 years will bring cow into your farm and be destroying your crop. You say, I beg you now, please now, I beg you now, live in my farm now, move your cow now. The small boy that is Awusa Fulani 13 years will be behaving like Van Damme. Because he has seen you as being conquered morally. Your morale don't fall. You were not brought up by your elders. You were not brought up by your elders. Your elders continue to fight until all is well. Our elders were there monitoring activity. For instance, as a child, they don't separate us from fighting. You just start the fight. They will do ring for you. You start fighting. They will be watching how you are punching yourself. It review a lot of revelation. No Yoruba blood, no Hausa blood, you will be revealed immediately. Because by the time you bring a true son of a father and a true son of a mother together. For instance, I'm fighting with my younger brother. And then I now set blow, proper blow, and I blow my younger brother. That is the only time they will separate us. Or my younger brother hold me and use wickedness and punch me. They will stop the fight. Elders, they brought about sanity. They will ask, the fight will end. They won't say anything. They say, hey, it's okay. That day, our mother is in trouble. Do you know why? Because when brother and brother are fighting, they don't punch themselves to injure themselves. If you come from ancient home, you will know that when you and your brother, even your neighbor, your community brother, when you are fighting with your community brother, you don't punch them. What you do is, I push you. Me, I push you. I touch you. Me, I touch you. The one where no got power, they look for how I go take run. I draw this mark. Oh, I reach here. He will reach there. Yourself will draw another mark. Oh yeah, if you no fear, come there. Now so you go draw mark, reach your mother house. It is not because you cannot carry cutlass. It is not because you cannot go and send assassin. It is because according to our culture and tradition, that is how it's supposed to be. A brother to brother fight don't get deep into the bone. Back to your root. The moment you punch your brother to the essence of death, they know your blood is different. They know your blood is different. When you come out, you are showing your hatred. So people think you are a Fulani blood, you are Hausa blood, you are Yoruba blood. No brother can truly be so wicked you want to destroy your brother. To what end? To what end? You don't know all these things. Our elders were there to monitor all those things. They sit down and they tell us story. Our leader says something in one of his broadcasts and I laugh. You know, even in school then, they will teach you 2 times 4. And then the next day, they will come and ask you a similar question that will make you arrive at the same answer. When our leader was broadcasting and he made mention of that thing, my mind fly. Because in those days in school, teacher better don't ask questions that he didn't teach you. Because when he asks you 1 + 3, I will say 4. I don't cram him. Clap for him. Bam, 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 bam. Then the next day, teacher will now write, that same day, teacher will now write assignment on the board and say 2 + 2. It's the same 4, but I cannot reason properly. I will be crying in the class. Teacher will say, what's the problem? I say, you didn't teach us this one now. I will cry very well. They will be laughing at me. Teacher teach me 1 + 3, 4. But for him to come and set for me now, 2 + 2. It's not so now. Teacher, you didn't teach me this one. And I will go home and be telling my father, our teacher is wicked. This one that is asking us to do now, he didn't teach us. So. That was the role Test by Moonlight played. Every children that understand how tortoise went to farm, how tortoise set trap, how lion was animal kingdom, how elephant was this. If you know those stories, it's easy for them to deceive you. It's almost impossible. These are the work of our ancestors. They were time for realization. They were time for thinking. They were time for planning. They were time for working. They were time for everything virtually. That was the society our ancestors kept. Today, the very life we know is changing. And believe me, it is going to change to the worst if we do nothing. In the absence of this structure being put in place, that is why we take so much time trying to do the needful. What we are supposed to do in 20 seconds, we do them in a whole year. Because all these instruments of sanity and sanctity are no longer there. When it comes to what we are doing about the restoration of Biafra, some people do not understand what it means, what they are supposed to do, the required sacrifice. Many people don't understand. And when we allow the kind of mentality, Nigerian mentality, to follow us into Biafra land, believe me, we will not be able to prevail. We will be discouraged among ourselves. There will be no room for commitment because we cannot tolerate ourselves in the land of Biafra. Every of this culture, help them to be disciplined. Help our people to have a mind of commitment. Because they teach us what we need to know, not what is making us happy. Those who work will eat, and those who refuse to work, still they will eat. Because our ancestors has a way of planning things. our people must understand the role played by our ancestors that enables us as a people to survive. Or after all this attack, it is just this era that our communities are coming down. When you have issue, you see elders, you go and meet and you talk to them. These were the original ancient people. And by the time you go to them and you say, look at what is happening, they advise you. They understand that when two normal people are inside one house, they must quarrel. No miracle about it. They must quarrel. They understand that very well. And they are not teaching us not to quarrel among ourselves. It is normal. Only pretenders pretend not to quarrel. Every normal human being, when two of them meet, they must quarrel. But what makes them mature is their ability to manage that quarrel. These are some of the sanity that were in our society. Today, no matter what people will say, oh, Igbo are domineering, Igbo are domineering. Igbo have not taken anybody's land. Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba are not domineering, no. But they are the one taking everything in Biafra land. It is not because the Igbo man don't want to. That is not the Igbo man mentality. Our ancestors teach us to be the best in the community. Our competition is not to undo another person. Mbili kambili. Kanya zolo wazo. Nihino waga. Oh my God. This Igbo don't run for my mouth. Live and let's live. Let us not drag this word. Because in the end, this word will contain all of us. Today, what do we have? Yoruba and Fulani are the ones settling us to kill ourselves. And some of our others are angry. Oh, they don't respect us. They don't respect us. Go and check your attitude. Is that the way our ancestors before you behave? That is why our land is the way it is. But our action and inaction has led us to where we are today. We that were once so great and mighty, we have become the ridicule of people who will count it a privilege to even receive compliment from us. We are here to restore the dignity of the Biafran nation. We are here to make everybody in Nigeria show us respect. We are here to restore Biafra land, nothing more, nothing less. We don't want to conquer Yoruba. We don't want to conquer Hausa or Fulani. We want our life back. And to get our life back, we need to change a lot of our ways. We need to change a lot of our ways. We have suffered more than our fathers. Our fathers suffered greatly, but we have suffered more than them. But let me remind you that if we are not careful, our children will suffer more than we have suffered. I'll be back in a minute.
United Nations, you gave us law of self-determination. We followed your principles in freedom fighting. But why does the life of a black man doesn't matter to you all? Biafrans are being massacred in large quantities. Instead of getting help from you people, you got us shifting.
This is the story of Biafrans who died on the road of freedom. This is the story of the motherless searching for a lovely home.
They were shot by the military. No one knew about it all began.
A painful history, living a life of misery. United Nations, why did you let the children die? United Nations, why did you let the children cry? United Nations, why did you let the Africans fall? United
Yes, of course, at this moment our lines are open. Of course, I want you to tell me what you know in your community regarding this issue. One truth cannot be overemphasized here. We must organize ourselves. The enemy did their job well. Over 200 years they've been working our Mendola Oblakata. We can set ourselves free. We can set ourselves free. You look at people, they say, oh, we are very wise, we are very educated, but you are wicked. Do you know what is Aruekbu? You are Aruekbu, very wicked, confucianist. You are evil. You deceive people. It is not part of our culture. Truth is life. Ejoku Bondon. If you grow with elders who understand the meaning of sanctity, you will not do some of the things you do. Honestly. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line, and the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614 is the female line. Our people must remain focused. Our people must understand. We have to organize ourselves. Biafra restoration is just the beginning of the journey. But believe me, we will walk this road till we get to a conclusive end. We will walk through this road till we leave behind a Biafra our children can be proud of. We will walk this road until Nigeria is no more. They are walking among us. They are sowing seed of discord among us. They are using diabolical means, doing juju against us. But you don't see it because you don't know it. Or rather, you don't want to believe in it. But they exist. They do exist. Of course, like I said, our lines are open. The enemy wrestles us at every given time. But in the end, we win. We will always win. So when you are a member of IPOB, when you are on a platform fighting for Biafra restoration, learn to tell yourself the truth. Learn to come up with the truth. Learn to embrace the truth. For in the end, only truth is what we have. Yes, good evening from here, Mazi Zuma from France. Good evening from here.
Good evening, Mazi George Onyeibe. Good evening, all Biafrans. Good evening, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Okukano. My name is Mazi Emmanuel. I'm calling from Paris. Mazi, if I can say my mind, I will tell you that Biafra, if you ask some people, how did they see this freedom that we are fighting for? What is Biafra mean for them? How did they perceive what we are doing? I know many people will have their different opinions. They may not even understood or understand or even comprehend what we are doing here. But to my own little knowledge, I will tell you that Biafra is the truth and the life. Biafra is that truth that we are reading in the Bible. That truth, that is the reason why whenever you mention Biafra anywhere in this world, you will see superpower. They will vanish. Restoration of Biafra will review a lot of things in this very planet. Mazi, even though from my own little mind, I can even tell you that this concoction of coronavirus that you are hearing today, when you look at it, you will see that all these vultures who has been feeding from our land, who has been, hiding under Fulani to decimate us, to fight us. We see that Nigeria is the place where they have a mind before building this coronavirus. Because you cannot tell me that something that is ravaging or doing, they are killing us, killing people in Western world. Then in the zoo called Nigeria, where you have nothing, where you have even people there, all these people gallivanting themselves as a task force, as this medical coronavirus specialist, you see them wear masks like I don't know what they looks like. You will be asking yourself, do these people even know what they are doing? You see, in the northern part of the zoo, they are moving around. They are everything. Life is normal there. Then they locked our land down. We don't have a wayport, is not working. We don't have anywhere to say, okay, where would coronavirus used to come into our land? Nowhere. But they saw that our land is the safest place. What did they do? They start immigrating. They start packing their mercenaries into our land. But I want to tell some so-called Nigerians today, debate, because as you see that black people has never wake up from their sleep. Imagine yourself as a Nigerian that you claim to be, where you as Oduduwa, I don't know how many of you, maybe 50 million people, where Biafrans are about 70 or 80 million people, where Arewa people are about their own percentage. So imagine how you will look when you are taking care of yourself. Imagine how you will look when your government will be addressing you in your own language, in your own culture, teaching you your own way, forgetting this concussion called Nigeria, where white people created not for our own benefit, not for our own good, but for our own detriment. Why can't we use our foresight, our brain, to say no to this thing that has taken more than how many millions of lives? Millions. We are talking of millions, my brothers. We are not talking. Are you telling me that if it's Fulanis or Yorubas, that we, Biafrans, we killed them more than 5 million people? Are you telling me that Yoruba will be happy? They will be, loving everybody. They will be, agitating for one Nigeria. Or they will be, have the mind to be agitating. No. But we see them today on social media. They will be, when you talk of Biafra, they will say, why are you insulting people? Why are you this? Why are you? But Fulanis are there killing. Do you prefer somebody who is killing or someone who is insulting out to your stupidity? You're sleeping because you are sleeping there. Your brain is dead. Your brain in that zoo called Nigeria is I don't know. They have been alamajilize everybody. Alamajiri, Some people you look like they will be, they will dress, walking. When you engage them in talk, you see that they are empty. That is the reason why you see a bit part of Fulanis are ravaging everywhere. Mazi, let me not take much of your time, but I want to tell our people, this is no more time of talking. Let us do the needful. Let us do the needful, because our land has been surrounded. We are no more saying they are coming. They are there already. They are there already. So this is no more time to speak big grammar or to come out and tell us we should come and consult you. Who consulted us to come out? Nobody. So are you as a Biafran, you are waiting for us to bring letter of invitation or come and inform you to come that we will come with a bottle of Hennessy and give you. They say, okay, my brother, oh yeah, come on, let's go. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Oh, this rain that is coming is not going to fall. It's not going to beat only the Nigerians. It will beat some Biafrans who are still foolishly following them. Thank you, Mazi Onyeibe. It shall be well with you and your family.
Thank you very much. Our people must understand the truth behind everything that we are doing, and don't let anybody deceive you. It's simple truth. If you do not have value for your land, you cannot fight to restore your land. If you don't value your land, you can't fight for it to be restored. Are you there, caller on the line?
Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Mazi Onyeibe, go to Kopikadia Matereke. Onu Zama, Kebuli Sige, Nami, Ka Ebule, Onu Sige, Onu Onozoma kanyebule ikite ka ebule ọnụ ụzọ ebie Chukwu okike abịa ma ọwụ ụmụ gị ụmụ Biafra ụmụ zara aha gị mmadụ na-aza aha nna ya ọwụ ozi ziri m tie ka m na-eze ụwa taa wee keke ewu isi ọ bụ isi bupube buru Dada Nnamdi Kanu, the only man who saw Buhari, you cannot jam me, you are a madman. My fault for her. They do Temefo, the only man. So Buhari will never enter Enugu. That was the day. That was the day he said. Because he said, that day was the day I took a decision that Biafra is where I belong. I would another man come another one more one out. Then the Kanu will go. They hang on that better. Freedom. About ever 3 years, 1970. Bushaya. Britain has took around the whole nations of the world. They could deny. Maybe shouted for lying. Bushaya on God, Lawa. And we are here. Tell them the Gala Gaga that goes fire up. Put in potential in the fair. I never got that category. Ezekiel chapter 18. That is the warning. Verse 1 to 4. Very, very important. Read it from 1 to end. I want to tell you what I know. If your wife is not in Biafra, make sure you and the man is there to protect their family. I am telling you the gospel. This is a direct divine message because Biafra, I can't see Biafra coming. Who will give us Biafra? We are Biafrans. We are not waiting for anybody. What our leader wants from us, just to see, do you think that our leader is my don't leave our radio has stopped talking for about 10 minutes ago. Then all the Biafra nowhere. Abraham is within that leadership, they trust. Whether Maka, I in the survival in my can to our blood, That is why Mazi Onyeibe will make sure that it is that temple to separate those nonsense. Who are you that say Biafra? Educate chapter, that's a word. Go and read this. Listen, let me tell you. Verse 18, very, very important. Psalm 54, verse 6, very, very important. Read it from 1 to end. What is this message? When I know put there, I think I know put there, how I wish you don't go to go to. I am not going to go. Here we have now. You do something from I don't know. Let us take a little job. So now the kingdom of heaven suffered violence. And only the violence taken this my point. This is the last. There's every Biafra must have accommodation. And I hear we to win. Yeah, we need one plot. Give them a boot to one nanga. Yeah, for a police in Jericho. But in the pay nation, where you will be comfortable. You know that type of generation now ahead of us. This is the present generation. Biafra. Give us Biafra. I will remark about my mom. I wish you would. When I'm playing another room. Let it be a direct warning to everybody. I am not fire and be a patch. I can't we are the ball and I knew I got my they're done my mobile way.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Our people must learn. They must upgrade to the level that they behave like people who suck their mother breast. There is a reason why you suck your mother breast. All these cultures and tradition, if they were part of you, there are certain things we will not do. But I'm not saying it's too late. I'm saying we must go back to our root and understand how our fathers could reason. And I must call on our ancestors, our fathers who are still alive, all those old men, our old men, better one, no be new generation old man. Those one are called young papa, not young papa. Real elders that are still alive. You owe us a lot. You owe us a lot. Look at the children around you. Your children around you. Put your hand in their head and bless them. These have been the greatest source of our strength. Because you have not done that. That is why Yoruba pastor are the one blessing us. I keep wondering how the people who want us dead can bless us. Do the needful. And those of you who are alive, go and look for your grandfathers, your grandmothers, Ndimbo. Go and look for the ancient people still alive in your community. Go and show them love. They may save you. Because the battles that is coming, the war that is raging in our land, they are both spiritual, they are both physical, they are both biological, they are all technical. You have no idea, I can assure you that. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, Mazi, good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I am Mazi Okachuku Diala, calling from United Arab Emirates. Mazi, I've been trying to reach you all this while, but I couldn't because I know too many people are online trying to do the same. Mazi, at first, I want to console you over the demise of your younger brother and equally urge you to take heart. You know, in everything that happens, Chukwu Kikabiama knows why. Let that not serve as a discouragement to you. And I pray that the good Lord will fortify you and still maintain his stand on you to be doing this good work you're doing for us. Mazi, regarding to this topic tonight about sanctity and sanity, I could remember when I was around and when I was still tender, you know, living with my parents because I grew up in the comfort of my parents. When you want to get married in my place, precisely I'm from Mbise, when you want to get married in my place, and maybe you're living afar, like you're living in Lagos and you want to get married, and you contact your parents, the first thing that they will ask you is, where is the lady from? And you will tell them. And when you tell them, they will ask you, do you have the lady's address? And you will say yes. Then they will demand for that lady's address. And they will wait for investigation to know exactly, you know, all about the lady and her family and the kind of life they used to live. And by so doing, they make sure you get the best out of what you want. But because of this Christianity of a thing now that they promised us heaven where we will meet with the Lord and we will live to enjoy everything that we didn't enjoy here on earth, when we have all it takes to enjoy here. And also, if there is heaven, we will also enjoy in the heaven. They deprived us everything here, then promised us heaven on earth in heaven. These people have decimated and desecrated our land with the indoctrinations our people are passing through. When you go to the church, they tell you this doesn't matter, this doesn't matter, this doesn't matter. Peter, and eat whatever thy Lord thy God thy create. Don't condemn. But to them, I was watching a lady on the YouTube one day, and she was telling her audience that she doesn't eat dog, she doesn't eat this, she doesn't eat that, she doesn't eat this. They forbid this, they forbid that. But to ours, in the church, they tell us eat everything. It is created by God. And by so doing, we are defiling ourselves and we are losing the track. Mazi, I have come to realize that it is good in doing the talking. You know, sometimes people say, you people are always talking. I was listening to one of your broadcasts when a lady called and was making a big testimony. She said her name was Ndidi. And when she started hearing your voice on Radio Biafra, that name, she was forced to change that name and start bearing another name. And by so doing, the name she has started bearing motivated her, to take action when necessary and when to. If it is in the church now, they will claim glory and, start bragging over nothing. Now, you see, I believe in this power of talking. Out of this talking, our brothers in the South and whatever they call that geographical location, because to me, I believe there is nothing like South. This is just a device, divide and rule to impoverish and cause problem between brothers and brothers. But thank God, through this mere talking, I call it mere talking because people say it is mere talking. Yes, let us believe. When they call us miscreant, we admitted. And today, what these miscreants are doing have registered Nigeria as a zoo all over the world. When you go to Google now and ask Google which country is a zoo, out of the talking, Google will tell you Nigeria. You see, from the miscreant and this just only talking. Now, I believe in the talking. Mazi, George Onyeibe, our able leader, our able deputy, I urge you, please keep on doing this talking because we are winning. We are winning. Out of this talking, the world have come to realize that there is no Obasanjo, there is no Osibajo, there is no Buhari. Even the impostor from Sudan, Jubril, is missing. Only via this talking, we've not taken arm. We've not gone to government house to shoot anybody. We have not attacked anybody on the road. Just this talking, and the whole zoo is crumbling and shaking. Please keep on doing this talking. Definitely, we must win this battle. Thank you. I rest my case.
Thank you very much. The truth cannot be overemphasized. Of course, everybody can say what they like. You see, when they, for instance, they say, oh, they are talking. Do you think God created the world with hammer and chisel? God started talking. He was talking for 7 days. We have not talked for 7 days at a go, but we understand all those things. Call on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. I don't like when I pick people's call. They keep me waiting. It's unbelievable. Are you still there? Call on WhatsApp.
Yes, I'm with you, Mr. Mazi.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
This is Prince. This is Prince Makata. Happy to have you back. We missed you. Yes, I want to contribute on this going back to the roots. It is one of the topics I like so much. Firstly, I want to encourage our people that it is through media, Yoruba media, that they configured our brain over the years. Hello, I'm with you. So I think we have Radio Biafra, just like what our radio station, we have our TV station as well. I encourage our people who are making all these programs to come up with programs that will also, our children will watch, people back home be watching, will have access to, where they will showcase our cultures. Like you mentioned, this programs like Tales by Moonlight, of old. Bring them back again, such things, so that our people will begin to cherish our culture. That is one. And secondly, another thing I want to talk about is about this invasion of Afsafan in our land. We are not cowards. We cannot bow to their threats. I encourage all Biafrans to make sure you have machetes. There is this kind of machete. My father used to call it this name. They sharpen it forward and back. Get it where, keep it hide it in your house as a defense. If you don't have, if you can get a gun, buy a gun. No Biafran in Biafra land should be in his house without any form of weapon for self-defense. If you can get gun, have gun, and keep it very well, hide it very well, or get a gun, because these people are planning, and we cannot wait until they. This is freedom fighting. Nobody called anybody to come and join. And it is not a profit-making outfit. So everybody must learn to sheath their sword. In everything that works, there must be a head. If you, in the military, they call it obey before complaint. You must learn to respect the superior. So let us shield our sword. Let us shield our ego. If we are for Biafra, let us know we are fighting for Biafra. Remove ourselves, shield our ego, so we can fight ahead. Anybody, Christ said, if you are with me, you are for me. If you are against me, it's either you are for me or you are against me. So it's either you are for Biafra, sacrifice whatever thing you can, your self-ego, your prestige, whatever your resources, or you are against Biafra. So please, I encourage our people, let us not be distracted. Let us stay focused. We shall conquer. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. We are going home, and there is no two ways about it. Of course, most of our people are learning how to walk, so it's good they behave the way they behave, and we have nothing against anybody or against what people are doing. But we're asking our people to have a moment of sober reflection and find out who their father is. And believe me, most of them will regret what they have done. But of course, most of them don't understand what it means to be brought up in a home because of the way Nigeria has reconditioned us. And that is why we are here to make sure we do the needful. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp.
Good evening, Mazi.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please, your name and where you calling from.
Okay, my name is Alex. Calling from Bo, Onitsha province. I hail from Udi province in Enugu, Biafra land. Mazi, I greet you for your good work, for what you are doing for the people of Biafra. It's very, very encouraging that with your steadfastness, the people of Biafra have woken up, because most of them are sleeping. So I greet you and I thank you for everything you have been doing for our people. So Mazi, I want to make this appeal, because it's quite worrisome that most of us Biafrans specifically have resorted to, what I would say, insulting people. Like, let me say now, for instance, someone will call from anywhere, maybe he wants to get a clarification on something, and after he dropped his call or her call, another person will call from, so maybe from a bar or anywhere around the globe, and we start to throw words on that person, maybe bash him on this and that, calling him all sorts of names. I think it should be only maybe the anchor will be the person responsible to address that matter, at least in a more civilized way. I think we should be civil. In as much we try to know what we are doing, understand, but at least we should be civil in making some, comments. Please,
My brother.
anybody who calls
my
Radio
brother,
Biafra has proven that he's an ardent. Yes.
Your complaint is noted, and I want to believe those who are involved are going to learn from there. But having said that, I think we are the most civilized people on earth. Fulani herdsmen,
Yes, of course.
are they civil? Are Fulani herdsmen civil?
Of course not.
So don't worry, your complaints are noted. Go ahead, please.
Okay, once again, I want to thank Onyendu, Mazi, Nnamdi Kano. Indeed, he is the best professor this world has ever produced. Honestly, I have learned so much from this university, Radio Biafra. It's a great university, I must say. So I thank him very much for what he has done for our people and also for lovers of freedom all over the world. At least they have learned much. Even our brothers from the zoo, at least they have learned much from this Radio Biafra. Is a wonderful university, I must say. So I thank you very much. I also thank all the principal officers who are working very, very assiduously to make sure that Biafran struggle is what will be actualized. Biafra agitation keeps waxing strong day by day.
Thank you very much.
So I will take a bow now so that others will call in and make their own suggestions and comments. Thank you very much, Mazi.
And by the special grace of God, our people are just supposed to know the truth. And that truth will set them free. And we are ready to go home. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yes, good evening, Mazi Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, my name is Mr. Christian Ufondo. I'm calling from Onisha. What I have to say this evening is that, first of all, I have to thank you people that are working tirelessly to see that Biafra is restored. May God be with you, direct you, protect you from the enemy. They can never see your face, but only your back. Because if they see your face, they must all perish. So what I want to say, I don't have much to say this evening, but what I want to say now is concerning the Fulani people that are trooping into southeastern states. That what I'm telling them is that all these weapons that they are packing there must be our own when the time comes. Because we are Biafra. We cannot buy our father's venom in the market. They know whom Ojukwu is. And during that time, they know that there were about 12 countries. Some of them were world power, and they fought us for about 3 years, and they were sweating, and we were sweating. So not this time that Nnamdi Kanu has made the world to know that these people, that when we want to fight now, those people cannot support them again. I don't think that these people are thinking well. I think they are all psychopaths. Their brains are dysfunctional, I tell you. Because if they know what is going to come to them, they would not have been jumping up and down, thinking that when war comes now that we are going to run away or we leave our land to be taken over by them. So what I want to tell Anabajiri or any Fulani, Hausa Fulani, is that they have to think twice. Because if they jump into us like that, I think they are going to lose. Another one is that Joe Ibokwe, I read something concerning him. Joe Hausa Fulani, Joe Yoruba, he has seen what is happening now because Nnamdi Kanu prophesied before that anybody that served the Jew must come out in shame. This will make the man to know that Nnamdi Kanu is a real prophet. He is not bullshit. They should know that, and they must know that whatever Nnamdi Kanu said must come to pass, whether they like it or not. He told us that Nigeria, Biafra must be restored, and Biafra must be restored. Take it or leave it. I'm not begging anybody. If anybody wants to join us, let the person join us. If the person doesn't want to join us, let the person do whatever he wants to do. But at last, We shall not look at any person's face. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. We must continue. Caller, WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good
Senior
evening,
Apostle.
brother.
Good evening, sir. This is Arinze Chukwu Victoria Honanya calling you from Morocco. Mazi, before I start, I will first of all say my condolences to you on the loss of your younger brother. We say sorry and may his soul rest in perfect peace. Mazi, I have missed you so much when you weren't online. I missed you so much that I even have to contact my coordinator in asking about you. Mazi, you are really doing a great job. Okay, may Chukwu Abiyama bless you. And what I have not much to say. I just got to sympathize with you, and also to make reference of what our leader broadcast. One thing I benefit, because after teaching, you must benefit one thing. He said to our brothers, our Riverline brothers, and all the rest of them, that Biafra is for all. You are the one that is in need of IPOB, and not IPOB in need of you. Which is to say that everyone who is hearing this clarion call should advocate for the freedom. If Edo are standing gallant, pushing the struggle forward, it pains me a lot, Mazi, to see our brothers from the Riverine area and see our brothers from Isoko and Irobo, all of them, saying that we should leave them out of. There are few among them.
My brother, that is a false accusation. You say all our brothers from the Riverine say we should leave them. Is there any of them go by the name Olof? The one with the Yoruba blood come and talk and you are listening? Call you Nyuku, call you Nyata. You are not even supposed to even notice that one. Eka Dwokpa Uri Feishi.
Yes, sir.
It's as simple as that. Eka Dwokpa Uri Feishi. Do you understand what it means? When it's time when it is time to kill a hen, Okpa, that one that crows, we hand the torture. The next thing now shad go come up for now shad go come up for a man. When it's said, we shall know who is deceiving who. I beg you, let's tell our genuine people. One Yoruba man go come and they talk, oh, we the Niger Delta, but he's a Yoruba man, no Niger Delta person yap. They know what they are supposed to do and they do. So what I'm saying is false accusation is that when you cut off now, one will call and say it's not we, it's one person. Or maybe Yoruba Irat. A genuine Biafran, you don't tell a genuine Biafran that it's 9 o'clock. When we come, we're telling people, hey, they don't fool our backyard. Is it because you think we are shivering? We are just drawing attention. We can only see the leg they use enter, but they will not see the one they are coming out with. To come is one, to go is another. To yap is one thing, to defend your territory is another thing. We have passed that stage. All those things are things we should be doing in 2014. Oh, I'm a Biafra. Oh, I'm not a Biafra. Oh, give Atiku chance. Atiku will claim this Biafra from us. I beg make we leave those ones.
That is true, sir.
There are a lot of things going on. A lot of people are distracted. I don't want to dampen them. If I go there, I will crush their spirit. They can't come on Facebook again, not to talk of YouTube. But let me leave them, because they will repent. They shall be born again. That is why we are here. Go ahead, please.
Of course, sir. Of course, sir. Mazi, there is no much I have today. It's just because I have missed you so much. Honestly, I miss Elengi so much, Mazi, and I just keeping on as our deputy. We always say you are the senior apostle, and you are doing the job. When I just log into Facebook, I just have to go through your past records, and I have to listen it over again, because always you're my Chineke. There is no one that we have to miss. Thank you, Mazi. May Okabema bless you and bless your family.
You see. Our people must understand. This is a spiritual journey. This is a spiritual journey. In as much as I cannot agree with everything, I understand from day one that IPOB stand between the living and the dead. If you do not have this mindset, you will not survive here. It is not easy, I must tell you. We are standing between the living and the dead. Don't you understand? But of course, you will understand. Are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Call on
Good evening,
WhatsApp.
Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good. Yeah. This lesson calling from Netherlands. I want to just first thank you and appreciate what you are doing. Yeah, just keep it up. Yeah, you are doing a great job. I want to thank all the anchors on Radio Biafra. People are doing a very wonderful job. I'm praying. I just want to our people have to be careful, because what we are doing now is this is not the time to blame anybody or listen to any side talk. We don't have to blame anybody. Now, this is our gas. I want to talk something about our gas. Every platform there, anybody that agitating for this Biafra issue, all this our gas, any platform they are using, they should bear in mind that the world is watching them, because they are marketing our values. You are telling the world what Biafra, the kind of life we live, who we are. It's not a place they will be showing showing their nakedness in the name of agitating of Biafra. It's not good. They should take an example from you people, what you are doing. Because this Biafra, the whole world is watching. We cannot continue to behave like these Nigerians. They should, at least, you are talking about center and understanding. At least they should. This word is really meant for them. And somebody talking about being civil. I'm just with all due respect to the last caller that say we should be civil. There's nothing to be civil about it. As I'm watching your program now,
I asked him. I say, "Is Fulani headsmen civil?" He said no, which means
yes.
he got the message.
Yeah.
That is why I didn't go for that.
Exactly. Because as I'm watching your program, I cannot allow somebody Fulani or somebody just jump into your platform and start insulting you. I will sort the heart of that person. That's nothing to be civil. We should stop all this our self-righteousness that keep us that brought us to this level we are now. So Fulani people will be mean, will be there playing that way. We are righteous.
Our women, raping everybody, killing everybody. Then when I now come and say, when they slap you left here, give them left, the Lord will do it. The Lord is merciful. But God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. That is just the truth.
We should wake up. We have to wake up. I like the way I live in Lagos for 20-something years. Everything you are saying about Yoruba are pure. Nobody should come here and try to start to dispute what they are saying. Yoruba people, they are more deadlier than these people we are talking about stuff. Nobody should come here and tell you that you should take it on Yorubas. Keep on hammering them. You are the one that understand these people very well. They have used their church to destroy our women, our people. Don't brainwash them. Our people are just behave like something else. They should. Our people not let anybody that come across our platform. I will not go to anybody's platform and insult anybody. As long as if you enter any IPO platform, I will dismiss you. I will destroy you that place, irrespective of who that person is. Mazi, I want to thank you. You are doing a great job. Bless you. When the Holy History Book of Biafra will be written, your name will not be found wanted. You are doing a great job. Anytime I'm watching you, you make me happy in that here, because you are the one of people that understand what is really happening. So some people are coming to this place thinking that Mazi is what he's doing is a child's play. He's not looking for position. He's not looking for money. Yeah, this man have sacrificed a lot. They think that we are here to do politics. If you want to play politics, go and join PDP or APC. We are here. We are talking of millions of lives that have lost in this struggle. Anybody, if you are not serious to join, nobody will break anybody. The Fulani, they are there already. If you like, you join. If you don't like, that's your own business. Mazi, let me stop you and give other people a chance to talk. Because you have to my brother. May God bless you.
Thank you very much. We cannot complain. God has ordained this day. He's the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. Believe me, we understand what we represent at every given point in time. We will get to the end of this journey. A lot will be wounded on the road. A lot are going to faint, and we will still get there because our leaders say both our mad people, our crippled people, everybody is going home. Believe me, the ark is big enough for all of us. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yeah, also, Maba, you only make my brother, Oslo could I don't know because anything me could too much. I'm going to follow this thing. One day, I don't know because when you go long, mess on your giddy about my brother, Oku Lechonuku, money, he had a Chonuku Ejoku. Mess on your gillan with Ben your child. Can you imagine? You understand what I'm saying? This thing on Eku, Ejokoneku. Any dinner, I won't go a prophet. I righteous another prophet, and you won't go a ilan na yogu. I ask a commandment, and that means in a loss. In the house where a brick way, in the Yoruba where Burundi can, a Burundi way. Just anyway, may you. You want Lagos, another way. You wrong. You have to Makoni work at Bakoni Weswell. It's in a Alia Manania Biafra and out of my hon. Karasene ndị ọzọ remain jo ihu agbakwuwe so ọ na-eme maker as make akwugo because ndị ọzọ nwere ọ na-eme maker ọ na-do well ọ na-eme maker ọ na-eme ike because this thing ọ touch him ọ magba ya mmiri ka akwugo picture mundu ahụ ọgbama ya mmiri nwoye Biafra ele onye Hausa ele mo Yoruba. One word I say, South, Mba, and that blood already with us. Blood that only with us. Blood that home, that Biafra blood already with us. Or is hurting, and we have a voice. Just like that. This thing on the Kuyara causing here on distance. Because I'm telling you the truth. On one day like this, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not to me. He says here today I can actually track him at this number because no the number or email no Jorua. Every time I run, they listen everything. We follow the thing. I'm telling you the truth. Thank you for that deliverance. All these pastors where was coming query. Oh my heavy deliverance on the delivery. Heavy deliverance. Everyone. Heavy deliverance on the delivery. Oslo ba me no ye make no no make on make o he Biafra on make everybody on make who will like asaka me be na yime who will like asaka me e kere we anyway so ajuju so kan chono joy won bo le ebuche so me ihie in case ne because amana be no so no agbo because e be ni amana ndi ocha we ekweni ha buru ewo gbampo izo ho kwere ndi ocha wenya so o mo no we be ebo we kala ebuche ihie on a standard man or a boy that platform because many people are interested of this one.
Join a family.
Because I'm more this thing, no. This thing I don't know. I'm
many on it. They may find le aleri. They find la aleri email WhatsApp on it. Then after this corona issue. Mka forward to the nearest coordinator to you so that no work boy.
Okay. Because heavy deliverance, I cannot deliver you. Heavy deliverance now, not deliver also. All this one will they talk, no be speak. Heavy deliverance, everyone. And the pastor delivering, only delivering. So I'm really very happy. Very happy. Because a bello one is the boy here. Mazi Carlo, that man are really prophet. Every time that man they talk the truth. Pastor will wake up, they tell you the truth. So I'm really happy. So you may can also Marco. So tomorrow I talk in Amazon in case I'm done the sun. Finish you one. You may make a thank you. All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Caller on the line, are you still there?
Yes, Mazi Onyeibe. Good evening,
Good
sir.
evening from here.
Kasrachi, calling from Aba in Biafran land. Obi the motor udri nkuzi na akụziri ndị nke anyị ka ha mepee anya. Ana m ekele Chukwu okike abịa ma onye mere ka unu pụta wee na-akụziri anyị udiri ihe a na-emepesi anya anyị. Na-asịkwa ka Chineke gọzie gị, gọzie edereta anyị, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, gọzikwa Maazị Uche Mefọ. Nyekwa unu ikikere ka unu nwee ike na-edukwa anyị n'ụzọ nke unu nọ na-edu anyị ka anyị nwee ike matacha ma mepechaa anya anyị ịhụ ihe niile na-aganụ. Maka achọrọ m iji opọchuniti a kpọọ ụmụnna anyị n'ala Biafra ndị nke bi na saịdị Ọgbọ Hill ebe a na-akpọ kọmpani a na-akpọ Intersoft ka ha lee anya ka ha leba anya n'ime kọmpani ahụ mara ihe na-eme ebe a bikos o nwere infọmeshọn anyị na-enweta. Ọ dị ka ndị Amajiria ma ọ bụ ebe ahụ ka ha pakịrị. So ndị bi na ụdị na Ọgbọ Hill ka ha leba anya ebe ahụ ka ha dị careful chekwakwa ndụ ha nchedo na mụnwa bi n'Ọgbọ Hill but I have heard that story. So ama m la most of them na-ege redio Biafra. Ọ bụrụ na ị bi n'Ọgbọ Hill cheki a kọmpani ahụ a na-akpọ Intersoft na-emechiele na ọwa folded company. Look around mara ihe na-eme ebe ahụ, monitor movement ndị dị ebe ahụ. The other time ụmụ nwaanyị anyị nọ na-ekwu okwu some days ago gbasara the war. Like some people feel that now the war have ended. I still want to comment on that very topic that we are still on war. If you are not on war, gịnị ga-eme a ga-eji ke Nigeria eke ihe ndị Biafra niile eke ya ndị Awụsa eke ihe oriri ọnụ na redio ka Abia steeti ketere nke ha nwee nke anyị hụrụ n'anya. Ọ gịnị mere onye Awụsa ga-eji mmadụ ya ala free onwe ihe ga-eme ya Fulani, let me put it that way, Fulani gbuo mmadụ ma ndị Fulani herdsmen ha ala free onwe ihe a ga-eme ha yes were polisi bịa rescue ya ha kpọla ha ala. But an Igbo man mee mistake kụọ chụfuo onye Fulani n'ime ọrịa nga ọbara mebichi ubi akpọrọ ya polisi si ebe ahụ tụba ya na ụlọ mkpọrọ ọ na-ewere mma gbukashịa ya ahụ by Fulani. We are still on the war. Kama ọ na our people a na-ebelieve most times ọ na-agba m anya mmiri wuru ihe mwute because few days ago on Sunday o nwere one woman mụ na nọ na-ediscuss na-achọ ka m preach area gbasara Biafra. Ya asị m as long as anyị na-ekpe ekpere kwa Chukwu okike abịa ma na ọwarụsị ka anyị na-efe. I try my best to explain to her ka o nwee ike ịghọta ka mepee ya anya ka ọ ghọta but ya sị m na ya dị interested na ọ chọghị ige. Secondly, na anyị na-asị ise isi anyị kpechaa ekpere ise anyị ga-asị emem anyị asị ise. I ask her emem ọ bụ gịnị n'asụsụ Igbo? She couldn't answer me. M jụọ ya ọzọ emem ọwa asụsụ Igbo ka ọ bụ okwu Bekee o nweghị nke ọ sara m ya sị m na ọ dị interested. I wonder that some of us can now wander in darkness. Our age people, our mother, the people mkpọrọ onwe ha intellectual and intelligent people. The other barrister on Monday yesterday, barrister I met, I asked him, do you believe that Biafra will come? Yes, never. That is, these people have been brainwashed. No matter the level of their education, I don't know if they pass through school or school pass through them. Mazi Onyeibe, sometimes some of them are they not seeing the afflictions of their fellow Biafrans? Are they not feeling the pains? What is their problem? Well, sometimes I come to realize and understand that most of these people are mixed blood. They are even born with our Fulani blood. That is why they reason like animal. I still want to call our people to wake up. Okay, at the earlier stage of this lockdown, I went to mosque that is in Aba, hospital by mosque. All the shops that being run by Awusa are open. They did not close. Have no nose mask. But our people there, there was a man there who was smart. He held the bell that very day, 1,000 with the person actually from his shop opposite mosque there. Why all the shops that belongs to Awusa Fulani is open and nobody arrested them? They are going up and down, parabolating without nose mask, and nobody is querying them. We are still on the war. But But our people cannot see this. They don't understand. Mazi Onyeibe, because one of those I gave man Maggie one day you should go around before him what is coming. I can't understand. Most times I'm like myself from nature. What manner of men are these people that we are being created with? I don't understand though. But I pray I wish that they will come to Radio Biafra and learn more and listen. Because they are just like an unteachable student. They don't want to learn. They're not ready to learn. They cannot come on air and listen so that they will grasp something. These people are just, don't know what, they qualified. Right now, they'll be listening to Radio Zoo. Whereby everything about them is lies. Still, they are satisfied with whatever. Okay, look at the whole country. President is not getting addressed. Country. At the end of everything, president could not come on air. No, when I will not be able to come. Let me look small for this lockdown. What kind of nonsense? Still, nobody will query them. All these intellectual and whatever they call themselves, even the so-called barristers, lawyers in the zoo, they won't even. They will not ask questions what is going on. I'm not more what my education has. Mazi Onyeibe, it's marvelous me. I'm still wondering what is going on in midst of our people. With regard to the well, I pray that people will change their mind and turn their mind so that they will be able to listen and understand. And I know that one day they will understand, but only that it will be too late for them. May God bless you, Mazi Onyeibe. I send off from here so that other people will talk. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here, Mr. Onyeibe.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
It's Choma calling from Sweden. Yeah, I have I would say a little contribution towards what's the topic this evening. That will go back to our roots. Though I'm not taking the roots, everybody is seeing it in his own perspective. But the perspective I'm going to maybe look into now is concerning this respect of elders. Because what I have seen today, I don't think that the elders I know when I was small is the elders I'm seeing today. But I know that some of the elders I know when I was growing, some of them are dead. And many of them, they are not Christians. They are not going to church. When I was growing,
of these days, we will look at the.
I'm from Anambra.
One of these days, we will look at the characteristics of an elder, the qualification of an elder.
Thank you.
Then we will be able to know who they are. Because being elder is not by your age.
Thank you.
Being elder is not. As you are speaking now, those of them who are claiming they are our elder, we are only appealing to them. Behave like original elder. They have criteria.
They don't know. They don't know what is
elder.
Have criteria. They don't know what is elder.
Go ahead.
For you to be an elder, yeah. So that is what, because when they are talking about respect, or maybe Igbo, because I know that when people are talking about Igbos don't respect, we don't respect our elders. It's not only maybe the 5 states of Igbo. It's every Igbo, including you, from your own Anyoma,
my own
Abo,
place. If my
all
father
the Igbos
come out, for instance, we are sitting now. My father will mess. I will tell my father, Daddy, go on or mano. My father will say, we don't keep quiet.
Of course.
Daddy, why you don't mess for public? You go say, shut
there
up.
There is one thing.
But that is the end.
Yeah, there is one thing I got from Mazi Nandekano day before yesterday, on Sunday, when he was doing the broadcast. He said, our women born rebels. And when he said it, I just used my son as an example. When a teacher, just as an example, a teacher told him in the school that I am the best teacher. Said, no, you are not the best teacher. That the teacher that went on maternity leave is better than you. And others say, yes, you are the best teacher. Say, no, you are not the best teacher. And that is the problem he has with the teacher. So what I'm saying now, back to what we are saying. When you say that we don't have respect, because I have with you, you talk about the Yoruba people all the time. when I was in Yoruba land, there is something again that the man I'm working with in the office, the chief accountant, said one day. He said that he noticed that Igbos are of different, will I say, character. That the people that are born in the East have different character from people that are born in the West. I said, what do you mean by that? He told me that the people that are born in the East, they don't look at eyes. When they want to talk to you, they will talk to you as if they are talking to maybe their friend. They will tell you in black and white what you don't want to hear from them. But the people that are born in the West, in Yoruba land, they use that respect of Yoruba people to come in and start, telling you painting words. But we don't paint words because I was born and brought up in Anambra State. So coming to that respect issue now, when they say that we don't have respect, going to our roots, I know that when I was growing up, when I am someone that observes things very well. So there is a land dispute. This is when I was in secondary school. At least then we still have our elders. I know maybe 70 something, 80 something, but they are still strong and they are not So whenever there is something, they will call these people, even if even if they are not from the same kindred, they will call them. That this person, they always say the truth, and they will come and they will speak the truth. Sometimes I will ask my uncle. My mom will call my uncle. They will talk because my dad died when I was young. So my mom will say that man from Biafra family, that the man came and everything was settled because he always said the truth. So that is when I know that there are some people that say the truth and there are some people that doesn't say the truth. So I know that there are some elders that our people respect in Igbo land is the people that say the truth. The people that speaks the truth. And the truth, I will tell you, what I observed again when I was growing is that as this thing we call Christianity is expanding in the East, then the truth was going gradually. This thing they called truth was just disappearing. And today, our elders will come and they will expect me when I know that you okay, then you will expect me to respect you, even as a woman, because I like to see, when I see black and white, I will say what is black and white. I don't hide anything. Maybe it will be raw on your ear to hear, but you have to, because that is the truth. And if you want to say the truth, you say it in Igbo, because if you say it in English, then you will paint it a little. It's not your language. You will paint
if
it.
you said it in English,
you lose the value.
Its value.
I'm telling you. Yes. So that is what I saw. When Ohaneze and others will be telling us that we don't respect, that Igbos don't respect, that you people don't respect, I don't take it. And the only thing I would tell the person, I always have in mind, is that this person hates truth, and that is why this person is hammering on you don't respect. Because anyone that likes truth knows that the truth is bitter. And when you talk to your elder one-on-one and say, this thing you are doing, I don't think it's okay. It's not okay. Then the elder will feel that he is disrespected. Now, in these days, I'm saying in these days, I'm not saying then, because a child, I can see a child talking to an elder, then he will just listen to her. That this child or this boy, that is what I will be hearing then. Then he will listen to you. He would like to even call you nearer and ask you some questions, because he learns from you. That is what our elders are doing then. But now, because they don't like truth, because money have already engulfed everything in our life, now they don't see anything as truth again. Every truth is like you are just trying to, take away what the gain they have in whatever that they're doing. So they don't want it. Then there is an issue again coming to, because when we talk about our roots, I'm trying to tell them that the roots that we are talking about today is that we don't have elders that say the truth. We don't have elders in Igbo land today. Because if we have elders with what is happening now, with what is happening on the ground now, our elders will know that now. In fact, now, but they don't know what is happening. I don't think they know. Sometimes I ask myself, these people that we have as elders now, are they hiding in their mother's under their mother's bed?
An APC meeting. No, our elders are going to PDP meeting and APC meeting.
Yeah, of course. Are they hiding in under their mother's bed when the Biafra war is going on? Maybe they're hiding there That is why they don't even know what happened before. And this is what is happening again in their eye. And they are not saying anything. And everything is like, oh my God, everything is going normal. To the extent that going back to our roots, because I like to tell myself the truth. Sometimes before I start condemning things because there are somebody that called in Ike Peter's broadcast. And the first caller that called, he said that he doesn't want to say his name, that if you are living in diaspora in America, our leader are saying that the truth is that person doesn't know what is the truth. Because if that person knows what is the truth, he himself will know that, first of all, the people on the ground, maybe he is not even an IPOB member, that they are doing something, that you will do something, even if you don't want to join IPOB, individually, do something. You must do something. I know that we can contribute wherever we are, even though you don't want to join us. Just contribute where you are, and you come to the broadcast and was saying that you will deal with American people. Who told you do what that maybe you don't know what they're suffering there. They will do something. I know that they are waiting for you to just ignite the thing so that they will come back. But these people, no, we are not telling ourselves the truth. That is the truth, the route that we will go to. Because now we must go to that truth. If we didn't go there, we will still not see anything. The only thing I'm thanking God today is that IPOB is here. If not, I don't know what our people is going to do with this calamity that is trying to befall our people. I called my cousin, and my cousin told me, I was showing him the video of where the Fulani killer squad is jumping inside somebody's compound. I think it happened in Delta State. Do you know what my cousin told me? These people are dealing with Delta people. I said, what? I said, you said that dealing with Delta people. I said that are in your backyard. You are living in Ebonyi State, Abakaliki. They are already in your backyard. I said, do you know how many people that these people massacred in Ohugu? He said, Ohugu. I said, oh, you are in Ebonyi State, and you don't know that they have massacred a village. And you are telling me that because we are not telling our children the truth, we are not telling them this is what is happening. We are just deceiving ourselves. Our people are some. I don't know what is happening. Even when they listen, I don't know whether they don't want to understand or they don't want to hear the truth. I don't know what is happening. I was surprised that now that our boys, I know when I was small, with my grandmother living at Onitsha there, I know I had always about boys. So any little thing, they will gather themselves. They always make things happen. Where is our man? The truth is that they are in social media going to rant group, going to one nonsense group or the other, going to one rubbish, talking one rubbish, watching Big Brother Niger. Sometimes I get mad. Sometimes I say, what is wrong with these people? Is it because when I was there, I am always on news. I am always on internet searching for news, searching for what is happening. I know what is happening. Even when I went to youth service as of 2005, when I go to the north in Kano State, I have said it in broadcast when Mazi Nandikanu was there. I said, after in that youth service, in fact, they chased me out of that there because they told me you will never don't sleep here after your personal parade because these people are coming after you. I know I dealt with them. Even there, when I served, I know what happened there. That is when I know that these people are very, very corrupt in the north, and our people are still there. When these people are jumping, then they are forming this their vigilante. That is when they form that vigilante. You see them. One of the gate men, and our people are here. They don't even know what is happening. Our boys will go to the internet. They will watch film. They will do all sorts of nonsense. They will not tell themselves the truth. What they are waiting for is just when a politician did something, they will just go and clap for him and take the money from me. They don't tell themselves the truth. And when you tell them the truth that you people are lazy now, they will start jumping at you. That is the route that our people will go first and dig, because our people have run away from the truth.
Thank you very much.
Then, coming to our girls, I was surprised that one lady called one day in one radio program that she was pregnant, that she wants to be a single mother. We don't tell do you know that our people was out? Do you know what our people was saying? It's a free world. Is that our tradition? Is that our root?
That is how their son will marry another man. He is a free world. The Lord is okay.
Oh my God. I said that is how evil thrives in a society. I have to call by fire by force. I call the program. I always call them. I call, I say, what is happening? I say, I know that the lady is listening. I say, I know that you are listening. My dear, this is not our tradition. If you want to get that pregnant, go to IVF and get that pregnant. Let them inject you sperm in the tummy. Then continue being a single mother. But for you to be a single mother in Igbo land, are you not going to have a man to impregnate you? Then if you will do that, my dear, you are not doing it. Just what I'm telling you is that you will reap what you sow. I say I don't mince words when I'm saying something. I'm just telling you the fact and the figure. When you say that you want to, and your mother is begging you because she and the mother is listening. I say your mother gave birth to you with your father, and they are waiting for you to get married. You have the money. You think that it will last long?
Then he will give birth to a child with a half brain, and he will want the child to function. And when we are telling some people they are idiots, they are speaking English.
That is the thing. That is our root. That is our root. People are just deviating. People are not telling themselves the truth. But I'm telling our people, do you see that all these things that are happening, these people are trooping in. Until our boys wake up and tell themselves the truth, that there are still men that we have, then you will see that things will change. And you will see that these people that you think that are dormant in abroad, in diaspora, everybody will start shaking. Everybody must do something by fire, by force. That is what I'm assuring our guys. Until you wake up and do like that boy Soye, and do like that, those people that saw the truck loaded of our people died in the north when they massacred them, I think 2005, and they started going to revenge. When you see, because I'm telling them that to revenge is not sin, because do you see, for an eye, it's not a sin. When you do to somebody what she do to you, she will know that it pains. That it pains. That is the thing, but our people doesn't know. Our people doesn't know. So that is what I'm telling our people today. Wake up. Things will be okay for us. Thank you, Mazi Onyeibe, and my condolences. Okay?
Thank you very much.
I heard what happened.
I truly appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
And of course, this is where we draw the curtain for this segment. I will be signing off temporarily. Believe me, I'm coming back in no time. Just like that Biafran Abo guy said. You know, he was speaking Abo and most of you didn't understand what he said. What he said touched me. He said he has made up his mind. He's not coming home again. But Radio Biafra has made him born again. He's not the only one. And just in support of what our sister had said, he said those of us who are at home, when we start doing the needful, dead body will wake up, not to talk of the living. Biafrans understand, we do not owe anybody any apology. If you don't like the way we behave, let us go. But here you come, you people don't have idea what is coming. Like I said, I'm signing off temporarily. It's special. I appreciate those of you who were able to call in. Sincere apology to those of you I cannot take their call. At this moment, I'm just coming back right after this moment. Nde wonu.
A man who loves Biafra. I wanna talk about a man who is a hero. I wanna talk about a man who has Biafra at heart. Nnamdi Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, I can see you. You are a godsend. Nnamdi Kanu, you are a hero to our world. You are a great man. You did a great work. You made a full speech. You are a great man. Oh, double keep Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one. You read history like a man. Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one. You broke history like a man. Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one we are talking about. You are the hero of our land. man. One mass squad over all. One mass squad all over the world. Biafra man, the lion who is in the Zion. Now the Kano, you are the one. When I hear your voice, it makes me stronger. Yeah. When I hear your voice, I see the enemies trembling. Yeah. When I hear your voice, I see the Biafran stronger. The people in the Zion, everybody raise your hands for the hero. Yeah. And I'm becoming wrong. You are a God sent to learn. You set the trap, the zoo for inside it. You set the trap, you had emotion. You rise your voice, yeah, you say it so strong. Hey, when you speak out loud, the outside is confused. The Yoruba man is confused. The zoo is in confusion. You are a true Biafran son. When I look at you, I see the maker you. I see the spirit of Biafra in you. Move on, move on, move on. We are right beside you. We are in your left and your right and your back and your front. We are with you, our brother. 'Cause you make us stronger. Have you seen a Biafra? The true son of Biafra. He is a true hero. Speaking to the nations, America stood up, Europe stood up, Asia stood up, Africa, they are standing. Everybody is standing for one man. A man, a man, a man of true passion. Odogu, Odogu, Jemelin.
In support of what our sister had said. He said, those of us who are at home, when we start doing the needful, Dead body will wake up, not to talk of the living. Biafrans understand, we do not owe anybody any apology. If you don't like the way we behave, let us go. But he said, those of us who are at home, when we start doing the needful, dead body will wake up, not to talk of the living. Biafrans understand, we do not owe anybody any apology. If you don't like the way we behave, let us go. But